Rehab Guru 6.1 introduces some great new features for the management of your patient information. So we've added cases, files, and the ability to export patient data. Firstly, let's go through cases. So cases are a way of grouping together exercise prescriptions, treatment notes, patient forms, and also any reporting data into an episode of care or a case. So to get started with cases, click on Cases from the left-hand menu within the Client Details page, and then click on New Case. We can give the case a name, and also any notes that you may wish to add to this particular case. We can give it a status, either open or closed. As we're creating this, we'll leave this as open, and then we can add any diagnostic code that is associated with this type of injury. You may wish to create your own naming convention for diagnostic codes within your particular business or practice, or you may be aligning with an existing diagnostic code system such as SNOMED or any of the others that are available. If you are using an existing system for your diagnostic codes, we'd love to hear from you to understand how you're using it, which ones you're using, and then we can potentially add these to the Rehab Guru user interface for quick selection in the future. Click on Create, and that will create the case. If we need to, we can edit this case by clicking on the pencil icon. However, for now, I'll leave it as it is. So what can we do with this case now that we've got one? You can add things to it just as part of your normal workflow, or if you are adding past treatment notes or prescriptions to this case, you can do that as well. So if I click on treatment notes and then click on these three little dots, I can manage client cases. I could then attach this treatment note to an existing case, or if I needed to, I could add a new case at this stage as well. So I'll add some past treatment notes to this case. And what that allows me to do now is to filter by case, so that on the treatment notes page, I'd be able to see the treatment notes that are just for this particular episode of care or case. It's also possible to add exercise prescriptions to a case by clicking on the three dots in the right-hand side, Manage Prescription Cases, and then I can attach this case I can attach this prescription to this case. I can do this for any number of exercise programs. And I can also do that at the point of assigning the exercise program as well. So when I select this patient, if they have an existing case, I can select it from the drop-down list. However, if I select a patient that doesn't have a case, I can also create one as I'm on the prescription page as well. Selecting this at the point of prescription will automatically assign that program to that particular case. As we see here on the prescriptions page, we can see which programs are assigned to the shoulder injury. Now this becomes really powerful when we are looking at the outcome data for a particular case. So here I've got a very long history for this particular patient where they've had outcome measures and a lot of outcome data, very sporadic history. However, what I'd like to do is filter this data by the case. So I'll select shoulder injury, and I will automatically filter out all of the exercise data associated with the programs that are under the shoulder case. I can do the same for patient forms, where I can filter by the shoulder injury case. Again, these can be managed using the attached to case options. Okay, so cases give us some great options for carving up our patient history or patient details into a particular group known as a case. The next feature of version 6.1 is to be able to promote a patient form into a treatment note. So what I mean by that is being able to convert a patient form to a treatment note. So we've got two different types of collections. They both use the exact same templates. However, on the treatment note history, we might want to keep the patient's history complete, and we may have gathered something via a patient form, for example, past medical history, which may better sit in the treatment notes rather than on the patient forms page. So to do this, I click on the Convert to Treatment Note option, and that will instantly convert that particular patient form into a treatment note. And it will be placed within the appropriate place in history within the notes section. The next feature of version 6.1 is client files. So client files are the ability to add attachments to this patient's record without having to attach them to a particular treatment note. For the longest time, we've been able to upload attachments to treatment notes using the file upload input type. However, we're now able to just add arbitrary files to the patient record. You click on Upload File, choose the file that you wish to upload, and then click on Upload. That adds your list of files directly to the patient record. And on this page as well, we also filter all of the treatment notes for any attachments that you've added there. So you've got a quick access to all of the attachments from treatment notes, or here we can filter by just the arbitrary client files that have been added. Also in version 6.1, we've added a whole host of features around data export and data portability. Firstly, on the reporting page, you're now able to export patient chart data in a number of file formats. Down at the top of this chart, at the bottom right of the page, I can click on the menu and I can download as CSV, which is a Excel spreadsheet readable format, or any statistical program format as well. And we can also download as a PNG, which is an image, and I could upload that to my treatment notes, for example. Also on the data export side of things, if I click on Account and then click on Export, I can export my client data, treatment notes, and patient files. So Rehab Guru really pride ourselves on being open and honest and transparent about your data. And if you do need to export your data for whatever reason, you don't even need to request it from the Rehab Guru support team. Just come here, export your data for backup, or if you did wish to leave us, we're okay with that as well. We will not hold your data ransom at all. Okay, so just quickly to recap the new features of version 6.1, we've got treatment cases, where we can add in episodes of care and group together prescriptions, treatment notes, patient forms, and reporting data. We've got client files, as well as being able to promote a treatment note, or a patient form into a treatment note. And we've also added in some export features, both at bulk for your patient records, but also being able to export the reporting data from the reporting page. As always, these features are a result of speaking with our community, and it's really valuable that you give us feedback so that we can continue to develop the Rehab Guru platform and make it suitable for your needs. We look forward to hearing from you, and we've got many, many more features in the pipeline. So please sign up to our mailing list and also follow us on social media to hear what we're going to be rolling out in the next few weeks.